Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me here today. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Xbox dashboard update for Holiday 2020. And this, of course, is also the same dashboard that is going to be shipping with the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series S. Now, one of the first things that I've noticed upon receiving the update is that the edges and corners on things are much more rounded. Previously, everything that's sitting here on the dashboard was all connected, and now they have a little bit of space between them, and again, the corners are rounded off. Now let's go ahead and take a look at games and apps. It's received the same treatment when it comes to the spacing and the corners of the apps or games that you have. And one of the big changes here that I've just recently noticed is, of course, the selection under the games and game types. What you're going to notice if you don't upgrade to the next console when looking at all console types, there is a new section up here that is optimized for Xbox S/X games. Of course, the other selections here are also all present and accounted for, but this has been added to show that games that are coming out like Cyberpunk 2077, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, eventually Halo Infinite, they're all going to be for Xbox One, but they're also going to have Xbox Series X and S enhancements. And this is going to list all the games that you have, whether they're digital or on disc. Now, taking a look about how games and apps are handled on the console, when clicking the menu button, things are pretty much the same. However, there are a few differences, so let's go ahead and take a look at them. First and foremost is that the uninstall is now actually directly underneath Manage Games and Add-ons. This used to be in the Manage Games and Add-ons, and you would select the game and then choose if you wanted to uninstall it or uninstall certain add-ons. We're not going to go ahead and delete anything here in this video, but let's take a look at the Manage Game and Add-ons. This menu has changed. Now, when taking a look at this, this is new. This is a completely new menu that they've given you. You can, of course, see it in the store. You can uninstall all. Taking a closer look by pressing the menu button opens up the game and will give you the option to uninstall add-ons, to uninstall map packs, depending on what game you have. As long as it has some kind of smart delivery, then you're going to be able to decide which parts of the games you would like to keep and what parts of the games you would like to delete. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the Microsoft Store, as this is one of the biggest changes to hit the Xbox in quite some time. Now, this store has been completely redesigned from head to toe. Everything has been rehauled and, I think, in my honest opinion, made easier to find what you're looking for. And, of course, browsing the menus is simple as well. Now, over here on the left is a little bit of a pop-up menu that starts off at home. You can go, of course, search what you're looking for. But here it's got store, homes and deals, subscriptions, and then moving down to games, you've got add-ons, subscriptions, new games coming soon, top paid, top free, most popular, game specials, and then your entertainment with movies and TV, the apps that you would have on here like YouTube, Twitch, entertainment and media streaming apps. And then, of course, something that I've never quite understood that they've had here is the ability to actually purchase hardware through your console. I'm assuming they just go by the information that you have on a credit card and will have everything shipped to you. I personally don't ever buy hardware from this menu. I usually go into a store, but if this is what you prefer, then have at it. Now, moving down, of course, you have your wish list, which is something that I feel has had a lot of care and attention put into it recently. Otherwise, on the previous menus, it was nearly impossible to find this if you did not know where to look. You, of course, have your cart, and this is going to have your items that you have that you're ready to purchase. And it looks like, and I haven't tested this out yet, but I'm going to assume that since there is a cart, you're going to be able to make bulk purchases instead of just individually either buying games or movies or a combination of both. Now, when browsing through the store, one of the coolest new features that I think has been added is just the ability to see what you're going to be buying. It'll autoplay a trailer. This is something that I've really struggled with on the previous dashboard to actually have work in the correct way. So the fact that you can just kind of scroll through things and it'll just autoplay. Now the Xbox Store is something that has been getting more stability and honestly is more reliable than ever. I know that when the store first started out, it was terrible. It wouldn't load. You would sit on just blank screens for minutes at a time before the actual page that you were trying to look at would be able to get loaded and generate in. And this is the best stability. This is the best version of the store that they have had to date, at least for the Xbox console. Another added feature, and I don't know if this was something that was added in earlier or if this is the first time that this is making its debut with the Xbox Store, is the fact that when you click on a game like Call of Duty and you scroll down, it's going to show you other entries from the developer or other entries in the series, and I'm assuming that it does this for similar titles as well. And this is something that is a big help because when you're trying to go through, and I've tried to make, of course, bulk purchases with a certain game franchise, and I've had to go through and search for each game individually. So it's nice to see them grouped together in a specific spot. Now the Xbox dashboard seems to get at least 4 to 5 different iterations a year. Some of them are small changes and some of them are major ones, like the last one and this one completely redesigning the store. I'm happy with the way this one turned out. I think it's more responsive and it functions a lot better. But knowing that this is also the same dashboard that is going to exist inside the next generation Xbox consoles with the Series S and the Series X, it's a little bit disappointing that they're not going to be getting something new. I understand that they're trying to build an ecosystem and not necessarily differentiate the different generations here aside from just the title of the consoles. But nonetheless, this is something that I am satisfied with when it comes to just how it functions on a base level. Don't forget, though, in order to be part of the conversation and have your voice heard, hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment in the section down below and let me know what you guys think of this new dashboard. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. I've got my social media and support for the channel is there as well as a secondary channel where I'm going to start streaming games too. But until next time, everyone, thank you all for joining me here today, and I'll see all of you in the next video.